Hey, Oobie's Tips. Now, I built this solar array, which I'm going to show you here in a second, a few weeks ago. And of course, I went on a week-long work vacation, and I worked Monday through Friday. So I don't get to see this panel while it's in action. I've been wondering why this particular panel has been really crappy on solar generation, because, I mean, let me just turn the camera around and I'll show you. Well, I don't have my watch on. I feel naked because I usually have my Apple Watch on right there. As you can see, I don't know if you can see, I have a little watch tan line right there. But it is roughly 11 o'clock in the morning. This should have full sun on it. Unfortunately, where I built this thing at, of course, every time I came out here and looked at this area, it was always wide open to sun, because I don't normally get home until 3 o'clock afternoon. This is always full sun. I got these out here just to add on, like, maybe I can supplement the power. I got 4 and 3, so I got these top 3 as one array, so it's 7 panels. Just try to figure out why am I not producing enough power. Well, there it is. The power pole is on my panels, and of course I'm going to be producing max power here in about another hour and a half, and that's why. It's because that's when the shadows gets off of my panels. So what I'm gonna do today is I'm gonna move this array over here and probably make it a little longer, so I can just put all 14 panels right here facing this way, which is actually south is kind of angled this way. So this is more southwest to catch, the evening sun when the sun's a little bit more on this side of the sky. So, well, that's what I'm gonna do today. Is I'm gonna have to take these off, move this wooden structure over here, and reassemble. It's like Avengers Assemble. Alrighty. Well, I'm probably gonna do a time lapse because this is gonna take forever. So at least I get my vitamin D. The doctor did tell me this week I have a vitamin D deficiency. So this is me doing the doctor's orders, getting vitamin D. All right, let's get to it. Hey guys, I just need to speed this up to about 50 times the speed. Now, I first let loose the bottom panels and let them slide down so I could reach the bottom of the top ones. But before I do that, I need to go back and I need to loosen the top bolts as I'm doing here. That way, so when I loosen the middle bolts, the panels can slide down for easy removal. Now, to move the rack over, I had to get my wife and daughter to come help. I first showed them where I plan to place the rack. I would normally get my son to do this, but he's right now in Japan for a class for his studies. Now, my wife does not like to be on camera, so I had to put a sticker on the editing process to make sure she didn't show. All right, so now what I'm gonna do, before I put my solar panels up, I'm going to bring my tables out here, set them up in the sun, and I'm gonna be able to test each and every single solar panel. I got a little chart, like panel 1, voltage, amperage. That way I can match the panels together, because if you have one panel that's producing less than the others, it brings that whole series down. So I'm gonna try to match them the best I can to make sure I have the most power that I can. Okay, so I put numbers on the back side of these. This is 1, 2, 3, and 4, so I'm testing 4 panels. I've already got my chart right here. Let me go ahead and test the voltages real quick. 34.81. 34.81. And I'm going to check the amperage like this right here. Just take these two. This is called short circuit amperage. Combine them, take my amp meter, put on, and I'm getting 7.71 amps. And it's almost pointing directly at the sun, but not quite. As long as I test all these within the next couple minutes, they should roughly all be the same. 7.7. 7.71. And now I'm gonna do the rest of all these. So you can see right there. Okay, let me pause here for a second. So I did find something very, very weird here. My panel should be 9 amps short circuit voltage. I found out it does matter on the way I have my amp meter turned. If I have it on the right wire going one way, it will be the 7 amps as this clip right here is. And I'm getting 7.71 amps. And if I turn the meter the different way, if I put it on the other wire, I would have the 8.71 amps as you see written here on my sheet. Now, I don't know why that is. I don't know if I just haven't researched this. So guys, if you have any idea why this is, why it matters which way my meter's turned, please leave your just leave me a comment. That way I can research this a little bit, because I found it was really weird. It kept throwing me off. As in later on the video, you'll see I'm confused about it. Like, is it a short set? Is there something wrong with the solder joint? I'll let you know when I get to that point that this information I found out later on. I just want to leave it in just so you can see that, yes, I was having a little trouble trying to figure this out. And I still am. So I'm hoping you guys will help me on that. They have the voltages and the amperage of these first 4 panels. And actually they're all pretty good. Well, let me continue the rest. Alrighty guys, I got a little smear on my lens, but I must be using the other lens. Let me go and clean the lens off. Hey guys, well, I took about a 4-hour siesta because, you know, the sun was out, kind of hot out here. Luckily now the sun is behind all these clouds up here, so it's gonna be a lot cooler now. So now the other half, I'm gonna put up the solar panels. Well, let's hop to it. So here I go. I'm putting on the bottom 3 ones first in this clip right here, but I really quickly found out that it was so much easier to put one bottom one in and then one top one. The bolts are just so much easier to reach that way. Alrighty, pretty much almost done for at this very moment, because let me zoom out the camera here. Okay, so I got 1, 2, 3. Now I don't want to put this 4th one on because I need access to this board right here, because I'm actually going to make another 5 panels go through here, which means I need to make some more of these supports. 2 more of the supports to go here and here, and they're going to be attached right above that board or right below it. More likely I'll probably put it right above the boards, above, and probably below that one. So I need access to this beam. So I can't put this 4th row up here yet. So I'm gonna have to go and make these supports first, make 2 more supports to go there. Then run this board, run these 4 boards across. And then I'll be able to put the 4th and 8th panel up. So, to the shop. Let's get it done. Hey, Oobie's Tips. Hey, it's the next day because it started coming into a storm yesterday. So I didn't get to do any more recording. I did work in the rain to finish out this last section right behind me. So today we're pretty much putting the panels on it, and I got a different hat on today, but I do have some rags stuck around my head because I sweat a lot. So yeah. So what I'm gonna do this morning is, of course, the sun's up over that way, and I got these 3 panels that finished rewiring yesterday. So I need to test these to see what kind of voltages and amperage. As you can see, my paperwork right here, I only got like 4 more I need to test. I do need to retest number 9, because for some reason number 9 I have 7.22 amps. So I do need to pull out number 9 again and retest it. So, but yeah, guess let me get to these 3 panels and do some testing real quick. All right, one thing I really hate is when I'm checking my amperage on a solar. All right, guys, it's me again. So yes, what I said earlier about me asking like, why is there a delay? You're gonna see right here in a second. I want to say something like, when I go to the shop and come back, the amperage is up. What happens is then I accidentally test the other wire. In the process of this, where I realized that this is what is happening. It depends on which way I had the meter clamped onto the wire, or which wire I got clamped onto the meter, or the meter onto the wire. Didn't really make sense there, but you get the point. Yeah. So here it is. Panel, and I check it, and it should be around 9 amps. Like this one right here, I tested this. It's like 8.5, 9 amps. This right here is only putting out 7 amps. I'm like, what the crap? All the other ones are doing. I try to maneuver it into a better position in the sun, wouldn't go up. And I go into, when I was walking to the shop to grab something, a tool, I came back out, it jumped up to like 8.5 amps. And later on, it was like 9 amps. I wonder what causes the delay on the amperage sometimes. I noticed on a couple of panels where I test them, and then I go do something, I come back, and then the amperage is good. Is it something that needs to warm up on the panels, like maybe a solder joint? Or is it just, I don't know. If you know the reason why some panels take a while for the amperage to get to where it should be, leave it in the comments below. I would greatly appreciate it. Like I said, I don't know if it's a solder joint on one of the cells, or maybe it's a sleeper cell. I don't know. I was putting these lag washers between the panels, and that washer on top will hold the panels down. Well, I got to put number 18 here first before I put the number 9. Number 9's sitting right there. I have to take one off of this array. That'll be my 18th panel to go here. So first I got to take one off of that panel to put over here before I can put that panel up top. Alrighty, we're down to the last panel on the solar power project. 18 panels array. Hooray! All right, I just got to do the last couple bolts. There's that one. There's 2, 3, and 4. All right, let's go get the last 4 bolts in. Now, since I have a camera person, she can probably zoom in and show you how I'm doing these bolts. I'm just putting it all the way against the panel, flat. Just can't go way down because I need to put the other panel there.
God, that's loud.
Yeah, a little bit loud. I don't need more now. I gotta get the other panel, put the last panel up. This will be panel number 9. See, I got these labeled on the back right here. 8, 7, 6, 5.
I hate to break it to you, Chief, but that looks a little bit like a 9.
That's my handwriting.
So, yeah, I could tell.
I was hot and I was just in a hurry. That's kind of I done now. You watched the video. You know, I went and measured all the wattage and the amperage. That's how I kept track of what it was per panel. Yes, I know my wire skills are phenomenal, right? Now, I'll be putting these better later on as I got them hooked up to test them. But yeah, my wire routing skills is not good right now.
It's something. All right, let me see you strong arm this panel.
Panel number 9.
Let's see what your 9 looks like. Yeah, that is a 9.
It is a 9.
You could hear the echo of that one.
Hey, get the top one now. I'm a little bit short for this one, so I got to use a little tour.
Short!
All right, now to the part that I don't know how I'm going to do this yet. If you look right here, these panels are just barely resting on the last of the border here. I think what I'm going to do is probably bolt, or I mean, I could always put a piece of wood here long ways or something. Right now it's okay, but I'm probably going to come back tomorrow and get me some metal bolts and just bolt the last all the way down, because for now there's nothing to hold the edge of this panel right here. So, but now all we got enough now to do is to hook these up in series.
Wait, what about these last two bolts?
I didn't need them. I just wanted you to hold them. Alrighty. So
I have souvenirs.
now I just got to put these in series. So, boom. This is how you put stuff in parallel. You have a one connector with two, and so this completes this string, and now this one completes this string. That way they're in series, and then they're parallel to at each end with a Y connector. And I'll come back hopefully tomorrow and redo all this wiring, but it's good for now. I am done. Alrighty guys, I appreciate you guys watching, and have a good day.